Hey guys, it's me Aidan. So how Thunderbolts should have ended just dropped. I might get a bit defensive because Thunderbolts is my most recent favorite Marvel movie. My favorite Marvel movie to this day will always be, I'm pretty sure it's Captain America the Winter Soldier. That's my favorite MCU movie to this day. Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy comes a close second, mind you. But yeah. um Honestly, post Endgame, right? Full post Endgame, I genuinely think that Thunderbolts is has brought, other than Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Thunderbolts has brought back the life to Marvel. It's brought back. It is what Marvel needs. This is like a return to Marvel's good old days. Not completely back, but it is a very promising, solid start, and I love it. Let's watch how it should have ended. Let's go. Scariest voiding animations ever. It's Superman.
Oh, come on, man.
Shut. Can we talk about the fact that literally, I like that they had the Avengers Tower there. Can we talk about the fact that literally everyone was going to their own void hell zone. Any hero in New York was like going through it. It's like, and not just people, any hero, villain, criminal, they all going through their worst things. Like we didn't even see it, but like I'm pretty damn sure they have like Kingpin, Daredevil, Spider-Man, Punisher.
Today, the citizens of the United States needed protection, and thanks to my hard work, they got it.
They got it.
Gentlemen, meet the new Avengers.
What? We aren't the Avengers.
No, we are the Thunderbolts.
No, you're
The
not
Thunderbolts.
You're the new Avengers. We already started changing the posters and everything.
They
We don't
did.
get orders from you anymore. Sorry.
Yeah, people, this woman has actually been trying to kill us.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense
Yeah.
for us to play along at this point.
Who are you?
I'm Bucky.
No, I mean that one.
That's Ghost.
That's
Who is
Ghost.
that?
It's the new Avengers.
Thunderbolts.
And she's trying to kill us.
Yes, but
That's not true.
Yes, it is. You hired us.
hold on. Let me just let this finish before I try to make a defense.
Then she tried to burn us.
Then she set Bobby loose on everyone.
And then we had to save Bob and the city from Bob.
Who's Bob?
I'm Bob. And also Sentry.
Bob is a new Avenger, probably the most powerful one of all.
And I'm also...
The Void.
Thing that put our whole city in depression jail?
Yeah.
Why is he an Avenger?
Thunderbolts.
Is Bob still a threat?
Probably not, but maybe. I don't know.
Well,
Is
he'll
it
get
true
over
that
it.
Bob totally sucks and could never beat Superman in a
Clark
fight?
Kent,
What a weird question.
Batman, just like we're not doing this.
Hair changed back to brown.
Isn't that the guy who killed a man with Captain America's shield? Oh, it is.
Ooh, that's a fair point.
We've all done some bad things before.
Yeah, it's the whole
Right?
thing.
Congressman Bucky's killed loads of people.
We don't.
He was the Winter Soldier.
This team seems very dangerous. What are we supporting, you guys?
Listen, I know this looks like a team of highly trained assassins, and we are. But we had a very emotional group hug recently, so now we're all pretty cool.
Oh, wow. What a great group of new heroes. I suddenly relate to them.
I'm glad they're the Avengers now.
I am glad they're the Avengers now, but
It's all this new Avengers bullshit.
oh my god, Falcon is so mad. Captain America is so
You've
mad.
got to let that be a thing.
I need to remember that Falcon now is Joaquin Torres. Not Sam Wilson anymore. Sam Wilson is Captain America.
You've got to let that be a thing.
Yeah, but I can't accept change.
I'm supposed to be in charge of the new Avengers.
We aren't trying to be Avengers.
Hold on.
And I survived as well!
No.
And I must complete my mission!
No.
Ow.
There we go. We're okay. See? We're fine.
Died. I ain't going on like that!
Okay, for real though. Can we talk about something?
Taskmaster.
Oh, Songbird, right?
The Fantastic Four show up.
They do.
Then they all have to go fight Doctor Doom because he wants the multiverse to go kaboom, which means
Yeah.
he can finally reboot.
Yes, right. Okay, hold on.
I'm still a threat.
probably.
Okay, let me think about this. Can I defend this? I think as long as they keep having the upper hand over Valentina, that they could like expose what she did at any moment. I feel like they, as long as they have that leverage over her and she knows it, I think it's good, like, you know, kind of like to have this like this legality, like, you know, fighting in the light. You know, like find the light. It could be an active superhero team that doesn't have to like hide and keep going on a run anymore. And you know they can use it to get the resources they need to improve their technology, their fighting. Hell, we don't even know what they've like managed to do. Like they had like space scanning stuff, right? I mean that was pretty cool. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have gotten that without you know, the official New Avenger stuff. Also, don't do Ghost dirty. Alright, Ghost is cool, kind of. I don't think the problem is, right. I don't think Bob was going to be I don't think Bob would have just brought up that he was sentient like that. And he doesn't remember the whole void experience. He had like no memory of it right after the whole thing ended. So it's like it was like a reset for him. But he is still like he was later made aware of like what he's capable of doing, which is why he won't activate Sentry Mode anymore. This is true. This is a fair point. Isn't this the guy who killed the man Captain America shield? He was. You know what? That's true. Everyone saw it. He was like a public thing. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. That's not great. I mean, is it public knowledge that he was Winter Soldier? That Bucky was Winter Soldier? I thought it was only like certain members of the government and like certain assigned personnel knew only. And then there was the whole thing where he was framed for the bombing, but he got his name cleared, right, by throwing Baron Zemo in jail. Okay, that's John Walker. I guess they're not gonna consider this point, but I think my perspective, like the real people who screwed this up, right? Okay, wait, hold on, wait. Let me go back to Okay, yeah. To be fair, the Flag Smashers, right, are active terrorists. They bombed like innocent people in a building. Like, sure, he went over the top, but he's like he's a soldier. He's a soldier, and the government he was trained, and this is what he knows how to do. So if the government was so set on putting him in this, then wouldn't they have accounted for that kind of possibility? So technically, that's his overseer's fault. I mean, they put him in the spotlight. They gave him all these expectations. He wasn't even sure if he was the right guy for it to begin with. I mean, to be fair, Winter Soldier has killed a lot of people. But he was already kind of like established as a hero in Falcon and Winter Soldier, where he like helped save some of the world nation people or whatever. And like, I wouldn't be acknowledged because I mean like if they knew all that already, if everyone knew all that already, right? Wouldn't his congressman thing have like a lot more issues than it did in the movie? So I'm pretty sure like they are cool with that now. Also, I don't care what anyone says. The Hulk thing is fantastic. It is one of the very fucking rare times where they say you beat an enemy with the power of friendship and love, and it actually makes sense. This, hey, CW Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, this is how you do it. This is how you do the trope, okay? Doesn't matter, y'all are cancelled now, but okay, yeah. I love that Superman's like needs to like try to like out macho what's his name? Out macho Bob. Okay, let's talk about this. Can you imagine, right, the look on Captain America's face, when on Sam's face, where he's like, where like after him and having right after having the talk with Bucky, like 1 week later, seeing them on TV, what the fuck? And he immediately calls up Bucky. Although to be fair, right? To be fair, how should I say this? Yes, I know you guys said you're gonna do it first, but legally, I mean, this was only in talks with then President Ross, right? There was only talks in then President Ross, who said that, who did say yes. He told Sam, I want you to help me start the Avengers, and nothing was actually ever made official. And now on top of that, President Ross is in jail now, so like so there's no more legality there. And also the fact that Valentina, isn't she like the head of the CIA right now or something? That's pretty big news, right? So that's like a pretty big government authority level, right? And if she gives them the brand the new Avengers, then technically, legally, based on the government authority, they are the new Avengers. But to be fair, there's also like a principal issue like that Captain America himself had, that the Avengers shouldn't be run by the government, because we all know how well that turned out. Yeah, so I mean, I guess they shouldn't be run by a government. So I guess it's like a principle. It's like it kind of goes against like a principle thing. But I mean, I don't know. To be fair, I don't think they're really answering to the government. I'm pretty sure they have the leverage over Valentina. So technically, if Valentina is the representative of the government and they have leverage over Valentina, technically they're just like, technically, right? They're still independent. They are still independent because it's like they don't really answer them, and like they're just a team, like they're with their own they watch themselves, like the Avengers were. The Avengers watch themselves, and yeah, basically, they just have government resources. That's it. I mean, that's not necessarily mean that they're in charge, that the government's in charge of them. They're just, I mean, that's a whole other area. But yeah, I can understand why Falcon is, upset, because it's like, bro, you already know I was gonna do the Avengers thing. But hold on, let me just.
Man, you've got to let that be a thing.
Yeah, but I can't accept change.
So where are they going to get the resources from to restart the Avengers? If President Ross is in jail, who's going to be the official if it's not a government guy, if that's the principal issue, like the issue of principle and morals, then it has to be some rich guy. It has to be some like rich benefactor, like Tony Stark. But Tony Stark is dead, so who would be their benefactor now? Is Sam loaded? I didn't think he was. I don't really think of anyone. Kate Bishop, but Kate Bishop is supposed to be the young Avengers, and we haven't even gotten into that yet. Rich people. I feel like if honestly with no more Captain America or no more Steve Rogers, no more Tony Stark, I feel like the best thing to do is like you guys need a government figure of your own to like just, if not for oversight, at least to get the damn money so you guys can fund your stuff. Because I don't know how they're gonna fund Avengers stuff. Like, are they gonna like get back to that Avengers level stuff without stuff like without an active if they don't use SHIELD, if they don't use the government, no more Tony Stark, like how the hell are they gonna fund, how is Sam gonna fund his Avengers, Like he does I get Avengers are an idea, I believe. But for them to actively function and do their job, they need a backing, they need a structure. They need like actual backing, or else they're just broke, basically. They won't be able to get much done. They need to get to places, they need tech. They need resources. Like, I can't even. Would Sam's, like, because I know he's Captain America now, so he's in high standing, but could he like get the resources on his own just by using his clout? Could he do that? Oh no. Anyway, you guys let me know. Sorry, that's a whole ramble. This video is only 3 minutes long. I shouldn't have rambled that much. Okay, let me just hold on. One more thing. I need to talk about this, alright? You guys, some of y'all in the Marvel fandom are absolute fucking losers for complaining about Taskmaster getting killed off. Remember in Black Widow, everyone hated this version of Taskmaster. Not the actress's fault. The actress did good with what she was given. But it wasn't, the character idea wasn't well received, and people hated it. And now that they killed her off, right? There are people are like, "Oh my god, I can't believe." Like, it seems like the same people are just gonna be like, "Oh, I can't believe you fucking killed her off like that." Oh, you guys, that was, if Marvel was actually listening, right? They killed Taskmaster because they said, "We get it, this take on Taskmaster, you guys don't want to see it, we'll just get rid of her real quick." They were doing a favor, and literally y'all losers can do nothing but complain about losing the thing y'all were complaining about. It is fucking ridiculous, okay? I'm sorry, that whole thing just got me heated. I'm sorry. Oh jeez, that shot. You know, I am satisfied that even if this didn't happen to Valentina, she's scared because she knows that, you know, the new Avengers got the leverage over her.
Killed a man with Captain America. Bob totally sucks.
Although, okay, you know what? I will agree with one thing. Maybe they could have done a bit more with Ghost. I feel like Ghost could have been touched on a little bit more. Bucky, I understand people complain that Bucky didn't have much more, but to be fair, we've known Bucky for so long now. He's like the character we've known the longest in this team. So it's like we've already seen his story, his redemption, his growth, and everything. We've seen all of that. So like, I feel like we should have gotten a little bit more from Ava. If there's one like noticeable thing that I would change about the movie, is that we give Ghost facts a little more like story, a little more substance, you know? It was still a great movie, but this is one thing I would change. Anyway, you guys correct me if I'm wrong on any of my points, or sorry, if you guys have like, if you guys think that my points are like my points are like invalid, I'm happy to bring it up for debate in the comments. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If there's anything else to leave comments below. See you guys next time. Bye bye.